There we go. Can we push it outside? I think so. Handbrake's off. Straighten out the steering wheel. And it should be a straight shot. Just get it over the hump and it should be okay. There we go. I think that'll be just fine. Let's get to it. It's a nice sunny day. Welcome to March, everyone. In today's episode, I'll call it, I'd like to install these ones. Oh, but first I have to fiddle around inside the door to get this door open. Now, please excuse my inappropriate. No, still not. Push it. It's that thing. Alright. It's still not opening. Why not? Did I lock it? I locked it. I pushed the wrong button. Go me. As you can see, the trims are vacant. Non-existent trims. Beautiful shadowline gloss black trims. Gone. What can you do about it? I know what you can do about it. This is what you do about it. Ooh. You buy new ones. Also, I'm exactly 6 foot tall, or 183 in non-cheeseburger units. This box is 2 meter 20 tall. That's a... Excuse you. Welcome to the video. 2 meter 20 tall box for some window trims. Let's get to it. But first, a round of cleaning because that's nasty. Also, the whole car is just filthy, so we'll get to that in a sec. A clean carbon fiber microfiber towel and a brush, neat brush. Come on, there we go. Burp. Another one. How am I gonna do this? I guess the only way I gotta clean this brush first. I'll be back. Let there be light. There is activity in the yard. Don't know what's going on. You need to be one further, buddy. You shouldn't use a brush. Okay, Boomer. I'm not a professional detailer, so I'm just gonna do it this way, because it works really fudging well. Yeah. I told you had to be one further, but you didn't listen. So now you're having to reposition your car, you dumb fuck. Maybe put it in second. Bam! Against the cart. That would have been fun. Oh, handbrake's on. You made it. Washing machine. Maybe grab some color wax in a second. Make this look a little bit nicer. The seats have come back very nicely. Although, it will go where nobody will see it, so the paint will disappear, shall we say, behind the trim. But maybe it's just a good idea to protect the paint. After all, I do see some corrosion marks. So let me grab some color wax, and then I'll grab a Stanley knife and slice the box. Knife acquired. Color wax acquired. New microfiber towel. Don't need that just yet. The paint is loving this. It's absorbing it straight away. That is coming back super nicely. It makes me excited to clean the car, which I will do later today. I will clean the car. After all, it deserves that much. Bye-bye, wonderful people. Thanks for stopping by. It's warm in the sun, tell you that much. Put that on the car somewhere for now. This shirt's fairly tight for me. Right, so that's all nicely protected. So let's put this somewhere where it is also a little bit protected. If you're wondering what I'm using to gain the wonderful color back on the car, it's, oh, there we go, this stuff. A specific brand that maybe I may not name. It's having trouble focusing. It's jet black color wax, Color Magic. It's a wax with a pigment in it, and it helps restore color. It's a certain brand that has it. If you go to your local DIY store, I'm pretty sure they'll have it. I know. Sounds pretty bad, but who am I? I'm not a certified mechanic. I'm just Joe Schmo that likes to work on his car. Ah. Almost. Here's the 10 million grommets I ordered, or clips. So apparently you need 16 of these clips per side. Thank you. And they put them in a bag, again. I shall show you the part number. Where's the camera? There it is. Maybe move my thumb. Part number for window trims. Ooh. This is the... No need to shout like that. Jeez, buddy. More window trim stuff. This is the window trim for this side. You can see I have successfully installed it and almost killed it. Done. No need to do anything on that anymore. We're finished. I can present the car for inspection now and we can go. Of course not. That's fairly safe up there. And now I want to figure out which side is which side. And as of right now, this is the driver's side, as I just found out by feeling loud sounds. Move that out of the way. Alright, where does this other one open? Here. It's 2 pieces actually. No way. Didn't know that. Alright. So, let me unpack this. And show you what I mean by it's 2 pieces, question mark. Or is it broken? No, it's 2 pieces. Which buffoon used that kind of tape and not terrible tape? Bound to scratch it if you tack it like this, my friends. If you guys use paper tape because you've packed it in paper, then maybe it would be easier to unpack the trims. After all, new window trims for this car. Believe it or not, 230 euros, give or take, per side. So, you know, in true BMW fashion, stuff ain't cheap. Oh man, I'm excited to put this on the car. It also means no effing way. Oh, it comes with the clips installed? I spent 80 euros on clips for... Okay. I'll be right back. Give me a sec. I've had a drink of a certain beverage. Disappointed, ever so slightly. Dear Liebmann, if you are watching this, please update the description on your parts. And please add that it comes with the clips on the trims, so that people like me who don't know and normally buy this stuff don't have to spend 80 euros on clips because they don't know that the trims come with the clips. I could have bought headlight brackets with that money. Maybe a feed line for the headlight washers. But no, I spent 80 euros. On this. 80 euros on this stuff. Slightly disappointed. Just mildly disappointed. Ever so slightly disappointed. F. Well, at least I know if I break one, I have a myriad of clips left over. Okay, so the trim is not flexible in any way. And somehow you have to line this one up in the bottom here, press it in, and simultaneously press in this other one without breaking the clip. So then my question is how easily does this clip come out? Because you can slide them, except for that one. Let's unpack the hoop, but use a pair of, scissors for that. Scissors. Wrong drawer, my friend. And again, wrong drawer, my friend. I found the wrong right drawer with the scissors. This is a pair of scissors you'd probably find in a horror movie. Ever so slightly rusted, with, kind of a janky tip at the front. Ugh. Moving on. What I think is funny is it says on the box, not intended for installation by end user. Whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. So I guess Muppets like myself should not install these. This is going to be fun to clean up. Ah, and there's a secondary wind screening trim at the front here. Casually flailing around 230 euros, which I was just bitching about. Does it bend? Or does it follow the curvature of the car that tightly? Oh wow. Okay. You are supposed to seat there. And then there is some grease on this rear part. So let me hopefully line up most of these. You know what? I'm gonna grab a panel tool, panel removal tool. That's this one's more suitable. So let's see if I can zero out the position on the front. Almost. Never fucking mind. Do I then press this one into position already? Is that what I do? And this is how it sits. With a gap like that. I guess. It does. It sure does. So. Line up this last one. Blech. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's seated now. I'll have a drink. Somebody's playing André Hazes, a Dutch folk singer. No, you're supposed to come undone. Piece of schnitzel. Now you maybe understand why I bought 80 € in clips, because they're an absolute bee to fit. So does this give me, no. Still doesn't give me enough leverage. Especially this front part that's giving me trouble. Oh. I never noticed that transition, but I'll notice it now. I will definitely notice it now. Don't know how you get that seamless. Don't think it's possible. I mean, I knew out of the box and already. Sorry, V10 sounds. That sounds good. Nice. So this one has come as one entire piece. And I don't quite know how to do this right, so I'm going to start at the back and work my way to the front. I didn't bring my little plastic tool. It's over here somewhere. And then somehow, because I did it on the other side, you are supposed to be able to, oh my goodness. Okay, then let's do that side. These two rear ones first. Okay, or not. Doesn't help that it's one thing now, but I also don't want to take it apart. Sometimes all you need is a little bit of persuasion. A little bit of persuasion. That sweet click when it pops in. Don't you love how these doors, I mean, I'm slamming the door, but maybe it sounds nicer with the door, with the window to the door closed. Oh. I mean, it's something super simple, but the way these doors close, how they sound when they close, awesome. As you can see, I have installed the rear trims. You know what that means. It's time to bathe the car. So let's roll out the hose. Not the hose, the hose. The one's spelled a little bit differently to the other. Let me set that up and I will be back. Carbonated drinks. Ugh. Also, would you believe it's March? I'm running around in a t-shirt already. It's March. It's March. Spring has not even actually started, but I'm already running around in a t-shirt. So, what do we got to wash the car? I got some mitts and a drying towel. Buy them at your DIY store, wherever you can find them online, cheap, whatnot. Trust me, just get a bucket and whatever. It's so satisfying to just wash your car. Don't know what it is. It's just nice. Those are safe there. Let me set up a bucket and another bucket that is not contaminated, so I can rinse out the wash mitt. All these things, but we don't have a second bin. This will just have to suffice. I guess this will have to suffice. Clean enough. Also, let me grab a thing for the wheels so I can do the wheels as well, even though they have already been done by a little helper. Oh yeah, I have to put the seat back in the seat too. Oops. Let me grab everything that I want to use and put it maybe a little bit closer. Nah, I'll just walk back and forth. It'll be okay. Spray the windows with some glass cleaner. Why are you spraying the roof, Paul? There's no glass there. Yeah, there is. I got a sunroof. Take the screwdriver off, don't need that. But Paul, you don't have a bonnet. You're not afraid of water getting into the engine bay? Nah. I ain't scared of that. Switch on the water first. Could be a good idea. I think that should be a sufficient flow of water. It's leaking. Anyway, wet the car first. Bless you. Oh, come on. And the thing's gonna come off. It's not the best system in the world, but it works. That's some thick ass goop. That should be well sufficient. Switch on to water. Good old trick. Now a little bit more. That's right. There we go. Whilst that's brewing, I'm going to do the inside of one of the wheels again because my little helper didn't do such a good job. Check the other side. Same problem. There's a kink in the hose. Are the wheels absolutely perfect? No. What's to be expected? What's to be expected of a car with 127,000 miles on it? It's not gonna be perfect. The glass has got some kind of coating on it. Or it's just clean or whatever, I don't know. Right. Almost. Almost there. Also, if you're wondering, this is a sweater I had made for myself. Pretty darn cool. Don't know if I'll make merch out of these, but I thought it'd be cool for myself to also have a shirt and a sweater. Because, you know, it's cool having your own brand, I guess. It's not really a brand, is it? We'll leave that under there, because there's a sensor, sticker, connector thing. So the hot water is boiled. You're probably wondering, why are you using hot water? Well, it's still March, so it's not particularly warm once you get wet. So let me pop a glove on. Maybe move some of the stuff I'm not using out of the way. That's a nice temperature now. And let's work from our way from the top to the bottom. Get that shark fin all cleaned up. Clean this gully here. Probably renowned for getting gunk stuck in there. Flip the glove around. The keyless part works. That other water was cold. Da. Aren't you afraid you're going to scratch the paint? To be honest, I'm going to paint correct the car anyway. Whether I have it done or do it myself, that is to be discussed. I am talking to someone who can do it, clean it for me, paint correct it for me. Ooh. They are a professional, and I am just a novice, a noob, shall we say. Oh yeah, that glove is coming away gunky, whatever the hell that was. Don't need that, can scratch the paint. And for a car with 127,000 miles, the paint ain't too bad, not gonna lie. But she's got some scratches here and there. Do 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 do. So I don't know if it's a difference between the Euro spec cars and the US spec cars, but the VIN number is also on the back here. So if anybody can tell me, I would like to know. Because it's details like those that are fun to know. Those are fun things to find out. Alright. Clean the glove again because it's getting dirty. Getting clogged up. Oh yeah. We got filth. Should probably wet the car again. With some water. So that the soap doesn't dry up on it. that would be counterproductive. Alright. Got the Audi crew rolling in. Oh, schnitzel. Ah, damn it. Fine, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Sometimes you can have all the fancy gizmos in the world, and it doesn't effing matter. Damn. Doesn't work. Annoying. Annoying. Let us clean, and now have cleaned the car, have dried the car with a lovely towel. Again, starting from the top, working our way down. We shall see if this dry towel is capable of drying a four-door sedan or not. If not, not a big deal. I have some other dry cloths and microfibers to dry the car with. Oh. Wind. Go. It's actually doing pretty well so far for a cheap towel. Don't know what they made this sticker out of that's on the front windscreen, but that's a sticky sticker. So now that the bumper on the back is finally all cleaned up proper, It's got some dings and dents and scratches and stuff. It's not perfect, but I mean, what do you want? It's been off the car, it's been transported, it's not been handled probably the way that it probably should be, or maybe should be, which is, I guess, just, you know, how it goes when things are in transit and transportation. Try that corner again. There's some tape residue. Objects in mirror. What objects in mirror? It's a BMW. It's the fastest car on the road. What are you talking about? I don't know. Maybe back in 2008, this was one of the faster factory spec cars you could buy. But nowadays, everything has to have upwards of 500 horsepower or more and a turbo to be quick. Otherwise, it's not fast. Well, kids will tell you, some of the fastest cars in the world around a racetrack, they don't have 1,000 horsepower. And some of the most engaging cars to drive in the world have 150 horsepower. And they are some of the most fun cars you've ever driven. Not pointing at the Citroen. Citroen only has 125. Well, PS, 123 horsepower, but besides the point. If you buy a Lotus Super 7 or something, that is probably super engaging to drive. It doesn't weigh anything. It has a power-to-weight ratio that'll let you keep up with probably most modern cars that are so-called fast, or that people think they're fast. And that keyless entry function being a little bit unhappy with my touching the door handle. I mean, I have the key in my pocket, so it's understandable that it wants to lock and unlock the car. Alrighty. Whoa! There's a piece of trim that was destroyed earlier. Wow. I gotta give you guys a tour around this car now. She's a beauty. Besides that, the battery's almost dead. Oh yeah. Alrighty, let's dig into it. Isn't that pretty? Who doesn't like black cars that clean? Oh yeah. I'm happy with how this turned out to now. That is stunning. Look at that. Woohoo! I haven't even put any wax on it or anything. Mind you, the polarization filter it gets rid of a lot of imperfections. Also, the distance helps with that. So, there's, some divots, some dents. That bumper needs work. Not all perfect, but it's a lot prettier than it was all covered in sand. Look at those lines. It's going to be a stunner when it's done. Or at least, I think it's going to be a stunner when it's done. Yep. Alright, let's put some wax on it so it's protected. Put her inside and call it a day. So how does this jet black stuff work? This jet black color magic wax magic color work. You take an applicator pad and you apply it. And I can tell from how the pad drags along on the paint that the paint hasn't been, let's say, rejuvenated, or however you want to call it, in quite some time. It's not been loved. I've grabbed a chair for the sake of convenience. After all, I'm still relatively young, but I also want to spare my knees if I can. And why not be comfortable whilst working on your car? I mean, you might as well. Burp. So the jet black stuff, you just apply it, you polish it out as best you can without leaving any streaks like that or that up there. And you're probably wondering, well, how does it work? Well, basically, it's a wax with a pigment, and so normally wax will, if you don't polish it out right, dry up white on the car. This stuff dries up black, and so, or it seals up black. I don't know how you want to call that. But I've got the world's best light, namely the sun. If you're Japan. No. Let's not go there. Whip. But it fills in all the creaks, cracks, and crevices and microscopic fractures that are in the paint. The paint's pretty much like pores on your skin. When it's hot, it opens up, and when it's cold, it closes, but it also allows for stuff to get trapped in there. That's why when you sometimes see a car that's green, it is an absolute nightmare to clean it, because the small fibers of that, I don't know what you call that, moss or whatever, or algae, has gone and started to sit in the pores of the paint. And this basically does the same thing. It goes and sits in the pores of the paint. But it's also a wax, but it's just a colored wax. It's really actually very quite simple. Somebody playing ball with their dog, having fun. You're probably thinking to yourself, what a retarded grip on the pad. Trust me, I've had enough pads that have fallen out of my hands. I think, crabs. That's not good. Oh. Use my other hand. Is it an absolutely perfect mirror finish? Well, I mean, for what I'm doing right now, it's pretty darn good. It protects the paint. It helps it maintain color as well. So it improves the depth of the color because obviously it's got color. And if I now feel with the back of my hand, because that's not dirty, this feels all nice and soft. Whereas this one drags. You can also hear it maybe. No, you can't. But I can feel that this is now protected and this is not. So I've done this top part already. The trims fit very nicely. Very happy about that. So I'm just going to keep going around the car because I want to protect the paint. I've put in some earbuds. I'm going to crack on. I may or may not forget to make an outro. I'm going to keep cleaning the car, put some wax on it. Probably see you guys soon then. I'll do an outro right now because otherwise I will forget. I'm going to keep putting some wax on. Wax on, wax off. Haha. Just, you know, clean cars, man. There's just something about clean cars. Anyway, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed my frustration in putting things on and finding out how they do or do not work. That being said, I have to order a new window trim for the passenger side because I screwed up. Stuff happens. People make mistakes. That's it for today's video. See you guys.